Play.
That was dumb as hell.
Alright, so
That's hilarious.
let's
This
just
is,
go.
there it is. There it is. Oh, nice. Here we go.
Alright, I'm
Away from the technology.
Turn your volume down just a tad.
Welcome,
little bit.
guys.
Tiny bit. There you go. Perfect. Beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
feel like I'm still really low. Maybe it's just my headphones.
Or am I just
Hello.
loud? You know?
Say again.
So or am I just loud? Oh, there we go. Nice.
You hear it?
Oh.
Yo,
Oh,
welcome,
you're
welcome to
number
the
3. Turn
podcast.
your
Yep.
headphones up.
What you gonna call
Oh,
this
yeah, you're right.
podcast?
There you go.
You hear it?
We don't have a name
Perfect.
yet.
There it is.
The No Name Podcast.
Oh, no. You know what? We gotta get Max in the fucking frame for my live
Scooch
right
on
now.
over a little.
Yeah, let's scoot on over. Max,
need-
come on,
I
bring
need
it in.
scooch?
Bring it in. Here we go.
Guys, we're gonna start this 5 times.
That's all right.
We're starting.
I think we're on 3
yeah,
right
we
now.
are started.
I think we're on 3.
I feel like I sound weird. I don't know why.
That's you.
Is that
get
really
used
my
to your
voice?
man. You sound exactly
This is
the
how-
same.
this
I'm
is
fucking with someone
everybody-
else.
I think you sound
because
good.
I'm 4, right?
You sound
You're
fresh.
4. Correct.
So I'm keep doing this one.
That's
That's
memo.
mine.
No wonder I can't fucking hear you.
That's mine.
This
Yeah.
is me right here.
That's,
Probably.
That's
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
sound great.
I can hear you.
And that
I
is a
could
good
always
level,
hear
too.
you.
Could you?
Yep. We sound
Are you
great.
sure?
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
great.
You look great.
You're taking up the corner like a boss.
Like,
Yo, so tell us about your journey. This is our podcast that we haven't named yet. We're just having some fun with it.
We have a no name.
I don't know. I was going to do Between Two Lines. I thought that was kind of cool, but then...
It feels too close to between two friends, you know?
Or like Between
I thought
Two
the
Wrenches,
same
which is
thing.
another Eau Claire podcast. So
Yo.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just trying to...
Wait,
figure it
before
out.
we do, because I'm new.
You want to hear a funny
I mean,
story,
I'll
though?
just-
Can we start with a funny story?
Can we introduce ourselves before we go any further?
Yeah, we probably should do that.
I guess the people
Fuck.
deserve that. You want to go first?
Fake it till you make it.
No, make it till you fake it.
I'm Max. What's good? Visual Dirt.
Goddamn right.
That should be my podcast. And just go back to Visual Dirt. Fuck Facebook.
I think the podcast should be
bad
called
idea.
Fuck Facebook.
We're going to have a couple bleeps right away.
That's all right. Great.
I don't want to get...
you didn't even
Fuck.
make it like 2
Take
minutes
it.
in.
It's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
This
to
is a
call it
pro.
yet. I thought I was gonna,
profanity. Profanity.
yeah.
Cool. Great. I'm fucking Miles Boulevard, the one and only BLVD baby. What's up? We in LA.
Gang gang.
Samuel James.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Bitch, we in LA.
In LA.
Let's see. It's Guillermo, but let's keep it short. It's just Memo. Did you get the memo?
Yeah, Memo.
Hey, got it.
Memo's the man.
Received.
So this
Love
is
it.
your second time out here?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yep. It's
Did
been
you,
a while.
Did you want to hear my funny story or no?
I do. Yes, please.
What were we talking about?
Your funny story.
About...
Yeah, I know you. I don't know.
I just
You're
remember
gonna tell it.
I had a funny story. I just can't quite remember
Okay, take your time.
where we were at.
Traveling in airports. That's how we were chatting about.
We do have a story for that. Yeah, but
Oh, is it podcast names? I was going to tell
Yes.
you a funny story about the podcast names.
okay,
I was smoking some the other day,
nice.
and I was at my house, and I was walking around. I'm like, what can I call this podcast?
Okay.
Because I didn't love the name. And then on Instagram, all of a sudden, I was like, oh, I should call it like Create and Motivate or Motivate and Create.
Okay.
And so I get on Instagram, I'm like, let me see if this name's available. I
course
grab
not.
it. I get really excited. I'm like, oh my God, it's available. I got this.
Really, it was
I
available.
screenshot it and sent it to Savannah, and Savannah's like, you know, it says Motive and Create, right?
Oh man.
I was like, oh yeah, damn it. Let's start.
Right. Now, well,
Try
you know what?
again.
Shouldn't buy websites high. Dang.
Yeah, try it again.
Or names.
Savannah's a real one.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. We just kind of started this as a project to kind of get some conversations kicked off.
Absolutely.
And like, I don't know, I'm kind of a fan of like, you know, just evolve things and don't be scared to start. And so,
I think based on what you just said earlier is like evolving, right?
Yeah.
I think where, you know, Memo, we just met. I love your vibes, bro. I'd love to know more about your story. As far as the homies here, I feel like this is a beautiful place to talk about that. Like you said, I've been here one other time, but I was 22 at the time and didn't know anyone. Didn't even know where I was going to sleep when I came out here the first time. But made it happen. It was great. Made a lot of friends. Made a lot more enemies.
now you in the hills, baby.
And now we're in the fucking hills, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. But it shows a good... it's a nice validator of the work that's been put in, the relationships that have been made, the investment from then to now, and I feel like we could all kind of agree with that
Totally.
in our own stories. And I was 22 last time I came out here. I'm 29 now.
That's wild.
Yep.
When I was 22, I was living in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, Chauncey off the JMZ.
Brooklyn.
I think I was in Missouri, I think, at the time.
Were you?
Yeah.
What were you doing in Missouri?
Just school.
School? Yeah, that makes sense.
Where in Missouri were you?
Marshall, Missouri. It's like
Okay.
about an hour from Kansas City.
I was in Grandview, Missouri,
Oh,
South
okay.
KC.
All right.
That's cool. I don't think I've ever been to Missouri.
I haven't either.
Missoula?
I don't
That's
think it would.
Montana.
Oh, that's
I don't think.
Montana.
I don't think it would suit you.
No?
Misery.
He could hack it.
Misery.
I don't think that's true. I think I'd fucking love it.
I don't know.
I think I would love it.
There's nothing
Casey's
there.
You
Casey?
like
No
it.
dig at anybody
Guys,
from
don't
the
talk
Midwest,
over each
but,
other.
It's like the
I'll
the
talk
Marshall.
over whoever I want.
Goddamn right. Talk
in
your shit.
Spanish.
Talk your shit. Now, is the Marshall is where you were at?
Yeah, Marshall, Missouri.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Cool, man. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
yeah, I spent like 4.5 years there. So
And you're in Seattle now.
yeah,
What brought you to Seattle?
I have family. Because once I finished school there, I was like, well, makes sense to go up where I have family, basically on my mom's side of the family. So
Totally.
Connections.
yep, that's why I'm still there. For some reason.
It's amazing up there, though. It's not a bad place to be. It's one of the most beautiful parts of the country. I
Well,
think.
you gotta understand where I originally from, right? Like I'm coming from Cancun, Mexico originally.
I didn't know that. That's
So going to a weather where it rains all the time, like
yeah.
It's
It's
honestly,
crazy.
it's not even. Let me just tell you this: as an outsider who lived in Seattle, they complain a lot
About what?
about the
Is it
weather.
anything?
It's not even that bad there. I
Okay.
swear to God. I lived in London, and it's rainier and foggier
well,
there.
let me tell you this: like it does
to
rain
know.
a
I
lot,
didn't know that.
but only when it's supposed to rain. And like during the summer, like it doesn't rain at all. Like maybe like 3-4 times, like, and that's it.
Really?
You're like actually begging, please, fucking rain right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm melting.
Well, the
For
thing about
sure.
Seattle, I feel like they get the airflow, right? So it comes off the ocean. It just is always moving.
Yeah.
It's not like the Midwest where it's gray for like
Well-
fucking 5 weeks at a
Oh my
time.
gosh.
And it's like this whole week so far, I'm just like, I don't even care if it's cloudy or not. I'm just glad it's not cold.
Yes.
That's all. That's all I care.
It's funny because I've been cold all fucking time.
He's bundled up right now.
But like, we
Yeah,
would
I
be
got
like
sweatshirt
multiple
today.
layers.
No,
thick
totally.
clothes.
It's like snowing in Wisconsin.
I was gonna say I'm in a t-shirt and I'm just fresh off the plane from Wisconsin, and it's so nice. It's so nice here. I'm so excited to be.
I need to get up here. Everybody's up here. I need
It
to
was like
to get on up
it was
here.
like 7 degrees.
Get on up.
Yeah.
7 degrees when I left.
Really.
Yeah, this week has been brutal, bro.
No.
It's been brutal.
I can't do that again. Like Missouri was the first time ever that I saw negative Fahrenheit in my entire life.
Woo.
I was like, what the? I didn't even know the phone thing can do that.
That's a Tuesday. That's a Tuesday in Wisconsin, baby.
I can't do that. bro.
Several Tuesdays.
Never
Subtle
again.
Tuesday.
Like I keep saying,
February and January.
I'll miss the
It's good-
people there.
it's
I won't miss the
podcast
place.
Several Tuesdays.
Oh, thank you, sir. Subtle Tuesdays. That'd be a good podcast that happen on Tuesdays. You know, hey.
Isn't there like
We're spitballing here.
stories with Tuesdays? Isn't that like a big podcast already?
Which one?
Isn't there a big podcast, comedy podcast?
I don't.
Stories.
what's
with
the name?
Maybe fucking who cares? Who cares? Trailblaze.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What's the name again?
Subtle Tuesdays.
Several,
Well, that-
several Tuesdays.
Ours would be Subtle Tuesdays.
Subtle Tuesdays.
Oh,
Ours.
Subtle
I'm just a co-host now. I hope you're okay with that.
Tuesday.
Love it.
Yeah, be here. You're doing great.
Be here now. Which
I got
is
a story to tell.
Yeah, tell me a story.
I almost missed my flight today,
Did you really?
and I'm not proud of this story. Okay, you guys are gonna not look on me fondly after this story. Okay, I'm not proud of it, but I have to tell it. I have to give the people what they want.
And
Hold
we
on.
need it. We need this story.
Once upon a time, I have really bad anxiety when flying, and so I was like, "Bet I have an hour and a half to get drunk before my flight," and I did that.
That's what I did. For
I
most
don't
of
like
my-
flying. I don't like flying. And my mom, shout out to Jeannie.
Jeannie, what's up?
We love you, baby.
Oh, I met your mom at the State Theater. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
That was.
Talk about that. Put a pin in that. Yeah, my mom warned me on the way here. She's like, don't drink at the airport. Do it on the plane because it's going to be a lot more cheap, you know?
That's so funny.
My mom's a G. She's like, don't do it, bro. It's a waste of money. It's a psyop, you know? And
I like to drink at the airport because I like to sleep on the plane.
exactly. I was like, Mom, like, yes, I agree. It is a lot cheaper on the plane than versus, you know, at a restaurant or something. But
You have to time it just
I didn't
right,
listen.
though. You can't be there too early for like
I was
3
right
hours.
on time. Like I had a nice window, you guys, and I got greedy. This is the thing. You guys are gonna judge me, and I know I'm.
Oh, you got? Did you?
Ma'am,
Wait, were you sitting there having drinks and then you almost missed your flight?
Yes. Here. Hold on. Remember
Classic.
how old are you?
I am 29.
Oh hell yeah! When did you turn 29?
February.
February. Okay, you're a little bit older. I just turned 29 in October.
Like I'm turning 30 like in 2 months, 3 months.
Nice, dude. Okay. Pin
So
in
wait,
that.
So wait, hold on. You just turned 29?
In October, late October.
Finally, someone younger than me in this.
I know
trip.
I'm the baby here, so I don't want you guys to look down on me, okay? Because I.
Except
But
for
here's
all-
the thing.
We had to bring a few people to inspire, you know.
I was talking to some nice people at the bar. I was having a couple rounds, couple shots, couple wings, and I was talking to some really cool people. Shout out Blake, and shout out Justin, who I met at the bar. Great guys, and we were just having a good old time. And I was like, you know what? I have plenty of time. Boarding starts at 2:45. My flight doesn't leave until 3:27. You know, it was around like 8 or 8. What the fuck? It was 3. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start moseying on down. Had a nice buzz. And I get there and the door is closed.
Oh fuck! Did they open the door for you?
The door was closed. There was no one else boarding. I had
Oh no!
over 20 minutes
Sorry,
to still board my flight.
I've had so many of those.
And the door was closed. And I'm telling you guys, my world was beginning to shatter. I was like, no. What is happening right now?
It's not a good feeling.
I
is it?
immediately,
It's
I
not
had
a
your
good
book,
feeling.
I had
I've
your
been
book
there.
in my hand.
Oh no!
And I'm like, no. What is that? And then there was like three really nice gentlemen who were standing right by the gates. And I was like, guys, is there anyone we could call on the plane to let them know that I'm waiting to get on the plane. I'm the last one. The door's closed. And they're like, nope. Door's closed. She's gonna come back when she comes back, and she's gonna come back. I don't know when it's gonna be. And none of them knew who it was gonna be. And so I was like, okay. Okay, so I went to the next gate and I was like, "Hey, can you like voice over to like the next gate? Can you like tell them that I'm here?" Like
Persistent. I like it.
we have 20 minutes, and it was said on my confirmation email it was 10 minutes that the door is closed, and they're like, "Nope, can't do it."
Yeah, I was like, good luck at the airport.
How are you here?
Yeah, no, none of them.
Like,
no one had the time of day for me,
How
which
are you
honestly, I kind of get. You know, if some random dude was like in a front, like just like coming up to me like drunk, drunk as hell, just like I missed my flight. The door's closed. Can you help me? I'd be like, no. You know, maybe I wouldn't say that. Probably not. But you feel me though.
But
It's
that's
like,
the normal. They
it's not
just
their-
are like,
it's
no,
not their job.
Sorry, we can't do anything, and they don't say
Well,
sorry.
I'm
They
just-
smirk
I'm
and
just
laugh.
shocked.
They didn't even say that. They just said no.
Yeah, just nah.
I'm just shocked because once
No.
they close the
Which
doors,
is
that's
fine
it,
because
right?
it was on me. That was the thing. Is like as soon as it happened, I was like, I can't even do anything but blame myself. I ruined this whole thing. And then, thankfully,
If you feel any better, that's how I felt every day this trip. So.
okay, that does make me feel better. Thank you for that.
But instead of managing one plane, you're managing like 50 different planes.
I'm on 3 different
with
hangars
people.
right now. Like someone get on the horn. Thankfully, by the grace of fucking Shawn Michaels.
What was that?
The milk ashtray.
Oh no!
What was that?
Milk Studios ashtray just tried to share with the ground.
They had it coming.
You know what we should do? We should do that Japanese thing where they like fill it with gold and it's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Big fan of that.
because it represents like
Wow, that went together
even though
perfectly.
you break
Almost.
sometimes.
Perfectly
There's
imperfect.
glass on the floor though.
Watch
There's,
your
oh,
feet.
there's 2 more pieces from that
We
one.
can like leave it for now. We'll get it at
I
the
don't
end.
have shoes.
Sorry guys. This is
It's
our
okay.
second podcast ever.
We still don't have a title.
We're just
Yeah,
having
this
Subtle
fun.
Tuesdays.
I mean, subtle
But-
Tuesdays is cool, but I don't want to be locked into some day
Yeah, you're right.
and then be lying to everybody. Be like, let's film it
Yeah,
on
fuck
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday here at Subtle Tuesday Podcast.
Wait, hold the phone. Hold on.
Anyways, how are you here? Like, how did you
thankfully-
make it here?
Thankfully, by the grace of,
I can't hear you, dude. You gotta talk
Sweet baby
into the type of
Jesus.
that thing.
excuse me, by the grace of this margarita, a nice young lady started walking up the. What's that?
So you can raise that up if you want.
I'm good. I'm chilling. She started walking up and she was just like on her phone, just like looking down. And I knocked on the window, and she did this. She goes, she's texting. I'm like, oh, okay, fair, but oh my gosh, I am frantic right now. And I was like, can I get on this flight, please? We have plenty of time. She goes, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Hell
Just an
yeah.
angel. An
An
angel.
angel.
Yeah.
A redheaded angel.
Yeah.
What do you think the universe was trying to tell you?
I'm
That I'm meant to be on this fucking trip right now.
Yeah.
That I'm meant to be here. We're all meant to be here. Welcome to the podcast. That was my story of how I almost missed my flight. And
But we here now,
I
baby.
truly think I 100%. I'm not bullshitting. Seriously. I would take my sunglasses off, but I look good right now.
This is a late cast.
The
so
universe
I don't wanna-
wants all of us to be here. We're exactly where we're supposed to be right now. And the things that have been transpiring in my life in the last couple of weeks and months have shown me that like we are on the right path. I'm on the right path, and there's something at work that like the doors were closed.
Yeah,
The doors were closed.
By all
But now
reasons,
they're
you
open
shouldn't be
and
here.
you're
By
here.
all
Exactly.
Do you guys think I sound weird?
No,
I
you
think
sound
you
good.
sound
Perfect.
okay.
Is
Well
it just
balanced.
me?
Yes.
I think you should
Yeah, but
just
you
get
look weird.
like
I do look.
you're just not used to
we
listening to
Comedy.
music.
What about Weeby? Weeby podcast.
Weeby?
Weeby.
Maybe.
Weeby.
Ooh.
It's too much like BB.
Is there a BB podcast? That's a big
No,
thing.
but I work for BB.
Well, yeah, but that's a different genre altogether.
I know.
That's all right. We keep it stewing. Keep it we'll keep riffing on the idea.
I think by the end of the weekend we'll have a title.
Yeah, I think it's better to just focus on conversations than
I
the
don't know.
title during the podcast.
Something related with angles. I don't know, different angles.
Another
Ooh.
angle.
Another angle.
Another
New
angle?
angle. Yeah.
Oh, see now that I like where your head's at.
The problem is, it's like Karishma said yesterday. Angles put me in such a box that
Oh.
Gotta
it's
hit
like I
Well,
don't.
that's a beauty with different angles. It's like different perspectives, right?
Another. I like
I don't
another
know.
angle.
Another angle.
I do too.
I don't know. By the way, get his book. My boy here made it.
This is a great time to do plugs. Let's plug our first sponsor,
Nice.
Hazed. Everybody, go to Hazed. GetHazed.com.
Get hazed.
Yes.
Hazed. Hazed USA on Instagram.
Yep. I was just gonna say follow him on Instagram, baby. Nice.
It's made in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Local.
Yep.
Support it. Let's go.
I live down the street.
Anybody else want to plug something?
The link is in his description.
Love that.
Hell yeah. I just put out a new single couple weeks ago called "I Feel Like Making Dreams Come True," and it's in my IG bio.
That's
Come
a good
on.
name. I like that name too.
Thank you. I feel that. I mean, that's a statement. I feel like making dreams come true. And you know what I like about it so much? Is that by the title, I feel like making dreams come true, it implies that like it was always my choice the entire time. You know, like you hold the power in the decisions you make in your lifetime and the experience that you get to have. And I like the almost cavalier attitude of like, oh, I feel like doing this right now.
Totally.
You
I mean,
know?
that's kind of how we all got here. It's really crazy, but my year was really wild. And then essentially we did that show. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know if anybody's even going to watch this. This is our second episode, but essentially I did that show at the State Theater in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
It was a dope show.
Right. It was fun. It kind of got me in my groove of like getting some things done. But then inside me, there was this thing just screaming, "Go back to LA."
Yeah.
like go like make something happen.
Oh,
and then
we talked about it the entire time.
yeah,
I mean, you
I
brought
had
it
been
up
I had been bringing it up
multiple times.
quite a lot. I was like, something
was-
is bugging me. I want like because obviously I spent 4 years here, and most of my like I left my career here when I left during the pandemic, and kind of went on a self journey, which has been really amazing. I mean, it took me to Seattle for a year and a half, which is how I met Memo. And I was like, Memo, one day I'm gonna go back. I'll bring you with me.
But they talk about it like every day for like a year.
Yeah, well, I was working on the book at the time. That's why that was really fun. And then once I finished the book, I was like, I don't want to lay roots down in LA. So that's why I decided to go home. And like, you know, I have 8 nieces and nephews that are all this big, and it's either now or never if they're ever gonna like get like care about you. And then I had been gone for 15 years. You know, I moved out of Eau Claire when I was 18 years old. I moved to California, right? I worked at Mammoth Ski Resort for a season. Shout out BTW2LINES. Anyways, and then from there, I spent a season out there, and I was like, fuck, I have to do something. So then I went back to Eau Claire for like a summer, and then went to photo school out in Boston, or outside of Boston, Hallmark Institute of Photography, Turners Falls, Massachusetts. Shout out Hallmark people. But that's how I met Witta, who's also been kind of an important part to this project.
He'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, he's been here every day but today.
Sweet.
And which also, I met such a cool group of people there. That's really when I became a skateboarder too, because I just attached to the art and skate scene there. But then when Hallmark was over, because it was only a 10-month program, I went back to Eau Claire, and Witta actually moved out to Minneapolis with me. We spent like, I think 6 months to a year there. And then from there, we were both like over it. So then Chris was like, I have this skate gig in California. And this is funny because this ties in Jeremiah. And then Chris, yeah,
My brother.
Yeah, your brother.
And
Chris-
friends of for a long time of Max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris basically was like, let's go to California. And I had already lived out there before. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. I went out there with Jeremiah and Chris, but then I had no money. I had no plan. I was also half, you know, I wasn't an adult yet. You know, I was like just I was a dumb kid who was trying to have fun. Like I didn't care, you know, skate. Raised by special ed and skate parks. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a superpower though.
Let's go.
But basically,
No caution, all gas.
yeah, I mean, it's been a journey. But then once I got to LA, I like stayed with Jeremiah and even at your grandparents' house for a bit, and I was just homeless pretty much.
Grandma Sugar.
I didn't
you're the
really have a
best.
plan. I didn't realize I needed a plan. There was just like I was kind of not ready, right? But then after I did that for a little bit, there was like a gig in New York that my friend could get me at a studio. And that kind of shifted my whole world because that's when I left LA right away and was like, I'm going to go do this thing in New York.
Or
and
in Brooklyn.
I worked for, at first it was drive-in studios in Manhattan.
Okay.
That was my first photo studio like internship, and I interned there until they hired me pretty much. And then that was like equipment room stuff. So like Milk Studios.
Okay.
Essentially like where orders come in, we have to pack all the equipment, load the car. I used to drive like a cube truck around Manhattan delivering photo gear to like photo sets. And then that's how I met my mentor, Mariano. He was like shooting a drive-in one day, and then me and him just clicked, and then he invited me to be like a third assistant. And then I worked with him for 3 years, pretty much just working my way up. I worked with him through 2 first assistants. So like I just kind of did my time, and then I ended up being with Mariano for like 6 years. You know, he took me to 14 countries, and then
Damn.
from there he moved me from New York to London. I ended up spending all that time in London, and then from London I moved to LA, became the lead photographer for BB, the women's wear brand, and that's what got me kind of more attached to the model industry here and like having access to more talent. And then they ended up selling. I got laid off, and then I started freelancing, and it's been kind of a journey ever since. You know,
It's a beautiful ending.
but that's kind of, I mean, in a whole, that's kind of my story. You know,
And that's
did I go too deep on that?
No, and now we're
I
here.
feel like I haven't explained it on the podcast, so it's probably a good thing.
The
to
details
just
are good.
Get
We
it
need
out.
those.
Just get it out there.
And
Tell my story.
I've only heard it as a package like that like once.
Yeah.
Before this. That's
Yeah.
a good story.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, I've had a pretty fun life. I mean, photography has been the best thing that ever. It found me. It found me when I had nothing. So I don't know. The universe is always pointing me that direction. And then I found, you know, the level of assisting that I got to do is better than a lot of people. I would say in that world, like it was kind of a dream assisting job at Mariano, and then from Mariano I went to and then I got the opportunity to work with like Peter Lindbergh for the last few years of his life when he came to LA, and like just dream situations. So it's been wild. So, but then 2020 happened, and then I decided to get out of LA, go on kind of my whole adventure, and move back to Wisconsin, and then it's been so interesting, like coming back to my old house, the last house I had. And then from there, just opening it all back up, you know what I mean? And being here doing this project. And then it's important to me to like, I don't know, I like adding value to people's lives. So that's why it's like people who I care about, like Memo and you and Sam, like giving opportunities to people because I've had so many,
Thank you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate
I
you
think
saying
I've said
that.
this
Yeah,
multiple
yeah.
times this trip, but thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's important,
No, it's what a great day.
Yeah, what a great day. I
Yeah,
agree,
dude.
man.
I was gonna ask
Today
you,
I'm really sleepy. I'm on 5 hours of sleep.
what just in a broad sense, what really is the motivation for this trip? Because we've been talking about it for a long time, and we kind of manifested this whole thing. And I know you have a couple projects you want to work on, but like, what are you really trying to gain out of it? Maybe not even in a creative sense, but a spiritual sense. Like, what are you looking for in this trip?
Well, I feel like the universe wants me to keep creating. So whenever I'm creating and being like in a healthy environment, I usually feel like great things happen to me. I don't know. I got kind of lost there. Sorry.
The highlight word I'd say is create.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, for this trip in
multiple
general, it's
ways.
kind of, for me, I always have really big ideas. I never think small. Someone will tell me a small idea and I'll make it big. So for this, it's kind of like aim for the stars but land on the moon type of deal, where I'm like, it's hard. I tried to organize 50 people for this in total, and like, it's hard without the whole team to pull it all together. So it's just how far can we get? And then from here, like, how do we evolve and just keep going and going and going? Because for me, like, I don't want to just be a photographer or this or that. Like, I want to create. So in order to create in this modern time, I feel like you really have to have a broad stroke. And for me, like, I love having great conversations, and I know a lot of great people that I can get access to. So I'm just like, let's have these talks. Like, I feel like I've tried to produce other podcasts. I helped set up Scott Lips's podcast. I don't know how many years ago that was now. Now it's huge. Shout out Scott Lips. I think it's Lip Service Podcast is what it's called.
that's a good name.
But that was the first podcast I kind of started with. And then obviously I helped some other people, but I'm not going to talk about them.
I don't want to hear about
Produced
those.
like 9 podcasts for him, and then that didn't quite work out. So now I'm just like, you know what? Instead of doing it for other people, I just want to do it.
Hell
I
yeah.
love it.
And so coming here is like, I just want to shoot, create, get it all. Something. We'll get something.
Another thing I love about this ability to capture and just hang out and talk is it gives us another reason to connect. That's not just like, hey, come over and hang out. Like, you're a quality person and I value your thoughts. Let's document that and share that, because you've got some good truth to share.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
And it's not just for right now, but people can access that.
Yeah.
That's, to me, I love that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
same. Well, we're all like you said, we're all meant to be here right now. I
Yep.
feel that way too. I could not have done this without everybody who is here. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, shout out to you.
And shout out to Hayes.
fucking don't leave me hanging.
GetHaze.com.
Don't leave me hanging. Yeah, there we go. Hey, nice.
Right.
Yeah, dude. It's a what a beautiful opportunity. I was thinking about that the whole day. It's like, how lucky are we to be here with friends?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a twin too. So
It's
like
just fucking dope.
I grew up in the womb with another person. So I like having my friends around,
Absolutely.
and people I'm comfortable with. And then it's like, now that I'm staring at 40. So once you get to my age, you kind of realize that like I had like my mentor when he like took me on was like my age now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like he changed my life. He didn't have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've been given good opportunities, and you want to be the
Yeah,
the
because I
giver of
think once
that.
you understand the value of helping people, like, and the
Yeah.
karmic energy that comes from that, and like just doing the right thing and doing what you can for people, like that shit comes around. Like living in the Midwest the last year, you kind of opens your eyes to like the famine mentality where like, and then coming here, you'll notice the people here, they don't think like that.
Totally.
They think the opportunity is sky's the limit here. Where you go back to Wisconsin and everybody, they kind of hate on you if you try to like think outside the box or you have ideas that you want to accomplish.
Well, it's
or
just such a narrow way of thinking.
they're like, if you're doing it, I'm not doing it, and I don't like that.
Right.
I've seen
weird.
so much of it. And
That
that's,
I see it. I don't care if people don't want to accept it, but it's
I've been
definitely
cautious
there.
with sharing some of my dreams because of living in the Midwest. People aren't gonna respond in
Yeah.
a positive way. Don't
Right.
let that.
Well, it's
don't-
all about who
That's
you surround
unfortunate.
yourself with, but
You know. But it is
because we're all from. I mean, 3 of us are living in the Midwest right now, so
Yeah, and I choose to live there. I choose to live there.
Never.
Yeah, I do
Never
too.
again. Never again.
There
Never in a million years.
I said the same thing.
I miss
2
the
years
people
ago.
there, maybe, but not the place.
I will say, if I have to deal with cold, I prefer having huge mountains.
fair enough.
Or the ability to travel to them easily.
Well, that's the most beautiful thing about Seattle. The fact that you can, like, dude, Seattle barely gets snow. These people, they
Don't
Seattle,
look at me.
they
I don't know
are
how to snowboard,
whiners.
so.
They really are. You can be in Seattle proper, drive like an hour and be in like 13 feet of snow riding like the best mountains. It's insane.
Let's go this year.
It really is. It's so sick.
This
I've
year.
never
And then
been.
there's literally no snow in your yard in an hour later.
It sounds like Denver though.
It's crazy.
Like Denver gets snow, but then it melts away.
I think the one out, I believe the Summit is like the biggest resort closest to the biggest metropolitan in the U.S. Like shortest amount of time for like the biggest
Oh, very
thing
accessible.
you get. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I heard that. I don't know. Don't quote me.
We need a tech guy to look stuff up, like check facts.
True.
Or
Totally.
we all got
True, true,
cell
true,
phones
true.
too. I guess we
The
could.
technology era, like
Yeah,
we had
my
this thing
phone
in our
again.
pockets.
That was ridiculous.
So what are
Really?
you? So what else, guys? Come on, Samuel. Tell me something.
Well, I'm just excited about this opportunity to be creating. I know that's like, it's kind of redundant to say that, but it's also such an important focus for any of us. We're all creating in different ways, creating new patterns in life. We're creating new, I mean, I got a little stuck on that because I read and listened to Rick Rubin's new book, or not new, but new last year, The Creative Act.
Amazing.
It's fantastic. I recommend it to anybody who is wanting to expand their idea of what creating is and how to do that.
What a genius.
It was fantastic, and I'm gonna read it again. I'm excited about reading it again and applying a lot of those practices to my own way of living, because it really is a way of living, and I want to
Yeah.
put excellence into everything that I do. So how do I do that? And that book gives a lot of really great practical advice and instructions on how to do that. So anyway, that's all I'll say about that book.
It's
but
a really amazing book. I think I totally read. It's funny because right when you got that book, I was trying to tell you like literally that day that you should read this
so
book.
funny.
And then your
I will tell
friend
that
gave
story.
you the book.
Yes. Talk. I would say God was like giving me this book because
Yeah, totally.
you told me about it and it went over my head and I was like, that sounds great. I love the idea. I go home and a different friend had sent me this book, and so I get home after Max recommends it, and there's a box on my steps. I walk up, open up, and there's this book, and it's the Creative Act, and I read the first chapter, and it's a hook because it just speaks to who I am. And I call my friend Brian Luce out in North Carolina, and Brian and I will be in Panama in April.
Ooh,
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're reading this book
Nice.
together, like a book club before we go out.
Sure.
And so I call him, we video chat, and I'm like, I'm so excited about this, reading this with you and applying some of this. And that was chapter 1. So I'm riding that high, and I think I called Max like 2 hours later or less. And I was just like, have you heard of this book that he just recommended to me? But I just didn't connect the dots at all.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what we're That's what I
That's what I
recommended
was
you
talking
should
about,
be
yeah.
reading. And
I
I'm
was
like,
literally
okay.
telling him I want to listen to this book in the hot tub every morning.
Yes, can we
Yes.
please do
And then
that?
our fucking hot tub didn't work every morning. I was so bummed.
We'll focus on the positive side of this story.
Can we
It's
do
funny,
that though?
though.
I was promised some Rick Rubin readings.
Yes,
All
we
right.
are. We are doing that in the sauna.
Yeah, in
and
the
hot
sauna.
In the
Yo, the
sauna.
sauna. We can do it in
Please,
the sauna.
I want to hear his sultry voice, just
And he
giving us
narrates it, too.
game. Yeah, I want to hear the gems, bro.
But that's kind of how I feel about creating too. I think, I mean, it's very Zen, very Tao, very in the moment. I mean,
Yes,
the thing
totally.
that I've learned about me, because I have had my, I don't know if I want to talk about all of it, but I've had some, I have some childhood trauma too that I've dealt with. And through that, it kind of led me into like extreme sports. And like, I learned about like flow states and like altered states of consciousness, right? And I was obsessed with snowboarding growing up. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about until I moved to Mammoth. I thought I could maybe go pro. Then I moved to Mammoth and I was like, nah, this
Yeah,
is.
wait a
Pez
minute.
10?
Yeah,
back in
Pez
the
10.
year?
Yo, shout out Pez 10.
Yes.
Still tattooed on my chest.
Go.
Those are some magical years.
Yeah, they really are. And it was my first attempt at branding, actually, which I learned later on in life. But now I lost my train of thought. What was
Like
I?
hot metal burning skin branding. I'm just kidding with you.
No, like what was I? What was I talking about before that though?
So with you were talking about snowboarding, creative flow.
Oh yeah, creative flow. Like I realized as I got older, like in my 30s, that like the reason I was obsessed with skateboarding and snowboarding was because I was chasing flow. I was chasing that elevated mental state where I'm not thinking about anything, and it's more of like a Zen state, and you're like in hyper focus. And like
Damn.
I
Yeah,
love
for
to
sure.
I love to be like hyper focused.
Right.
And then I found photography in high school, and I had an amazing teacher. Shout out John Supon, one of the best teachers ever. He put together a program that like literally I've never ran anybody with more an advanced photography program than we had at Memorial High School in Eau Claire at the time that I went there. Like I did my first 2 years, my freshman and junior year, I did like photography 1, and I think it was advanced photography the next year. And then somehow I convinced our principal, I got 2 extra credits taking those 2 classes over again in high school.
Let's
And
go. Let's go.
I learned like color film processing, color prints, color slides, like all of these things that are not relevant remotely anymore. I remember the first little digital camera they got there. It's like, oh my, looking back, it's like what would happen in 10 years? Like, holy cow, you know?
Yeah. But no one knew.
But yeah, and then photography is the same way. When you're interacting and shooting with someone, you're 100% in the moment.
Totally.
Oh, I've already seen that
And then-
in such a short time. Just
Yeah.
the last couple of days.
Yeah, you're 100% in the
I'm
moment.
like chasing you around, and I'm tired, but you're somehow not tired.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And then the ideas start coming, and it's like, where are these ideas coming from? Like, cause I'm really into psychology and altered states and just being a human and what that means. And like, it's just consciousness is pretty crazy. And then it's like, even today, like I try to focus on like following those ideas versus like, I had this great idea, but I had this other idea, and I'm gonna keep going there. Where I'd be like, no, let's just do this right now here. And then I did that when we got here, and like we burned through so many shots so quick, and they're so amazing. And I don't know, that all ties in, right? I don't know.
You couldn't possibly
Am I
plan.
rambling? I don't
No,
know.
you couldn't possibly
Where's that weed
plan.
pen?
But being like tapping into that though, what you're doing is you're allowing things that you can't fully understand or comprehend to happen, and then it turns out better than you can imagine.
100%. I think
It's a
that's when you
flow
do your
state.
best work.
Like
Yeah.
literally a flow state.
Yeah.
You just transcend at that point.
Oh.
Because when you're not overthinking it. and
Found
you,
it, guys.
You just are. Like you just are.
And that ties back to like the Rick Rubin stuff, where
Right.
like he really preaches the exact same thing. And
Yeah.
I loved connecting with that. But
Yeah.
I read that book like 3 or 4 times probably now.
Yeah.
Or Audible. Shout out Audible.
I feel the same way
I'm
with
dyslexic
writing.
and ADD. I don't actually sit down and read.
Which I recommend doing both if you can.
Ain't
Read-
nobody got time for that.
listen, and read. So I drove out here from Wisconsin to Orange County, and then up to LA and everything, and so it was like 30 hours. I love listening, so I listened to it fully. I read the first 8 chapters.
Okay.
Like read, and I read at a way slower pace than I listen. And then I listened driving through the state of Utah to the entire book, like 5.5 hours straight or something, 5 or 6 hours.
That's sick.
And
Was it beautiful?
That's
was
kind of
beautiful.
how I fell in love
Desert
with
and
reading
snow.
books.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Can I tell you how I fell in love with books? I know I've been rambling on
Sure.
this one.
No,
but
I
I'll
wanna
tell
know.
you. So I don't know how old I was. It was the first. I was getting ready to leave. I was dating this French girl in New York, and I had never left the country before. And she was like on some kind of program where she came for like 6 months, and she worked at the photo studio that I worked at. So we started dating, and then she bought me a ticket to go to Paris. And I was really young, like maybe 21 in New York City, right? And funny story is we were living Chauncey off the JMZ. Anybody that knows New York, hood. We were living in the hood of Brooklyn. And John Robbie, who you guys know, a good friend of mine, kind of a wild boy. Shout out Johnny. We lived in a railroad straddle apartment. He had to walk through my bedroom to get to his room.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, high class.
Right? And so she bought me this ticket to go to Paris, and I was like packing up, getting ready, and then the 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent was like trailing out of his room, and I don't think John even reads. I don't know how this book found me. But it found me, and I picked it up, and I couldn't put it down. And I don't know if any of you guys know Robert Greene's work, but he does like the 48 Laws of Power, the Art of Seduction. Like, this book changed my fucking life. And then I read it cover to cover at the airport going to Paris because I had this long ass flight. I just couldn't put it down, and it's kind of a short read. And then as soon as I got back to New York, I was like, fuck, I need to be able to listen to this. I can't just like sit down and read this shit. I want to listen to it. And then that got me on Audible. And then once I was on Audible, I literally cut TV out of my life for like 10 years. So in New York, you have to travel for work, right? So every day you're going at least an hour to get to work. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're taking the train, you're walking, you're getting there, hour, right? So I changed that like maybe in 2013. I stopped listening to music or any of that, and it was always a book. And then since then, my library is like 300 books.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's such a good tool.
And now I'm addicted to it. Now I feel like if I'm not listening to some kind of book or not putting something new in, I'm like messing up.
I feel like I'm catching up now
Yeah.
because I did music for a long time and just, getting bored with it, and then silence or other things. And I'd read here and there, or I'd listen to I would listen to books, but it was always like the same couple of books.
Sure.
And I needed new material. I needed new things to explore.
It gets hard to find books after a while.
So I needed inspiration. And
Yeah.
I think I found that this last year.
I'm a true believer that books will find you. But then you have to be willing and
receive
ready
it.
to receive things.
Yep, totally.
Because a lot of people are closed the fuck off and bitter, and then they don't find anything because they're not ever looking.
We're not learning or growing. If you think you know everything, you're not gonna be open.
Yeah, why would you? You're not even open to those opportunities.
Plus, it's so easy to drink haterade.
Oh yeah.
It's
like
like
that.
that's such an easy scapegoat to be like, fuck it, fuck them, fuck that. Nah.
Does not care.
I don't care.
I think I've stayed.
You guys can hold this down without me, right? I gotta pee.
Yeah, go for it.
We're like an hour in almost. I gotta pee.
I think I've stayed pretty child.
Guys, should we
I'm
do,
gonna
should we
turn
just
the-
do should we do 1 hour or should we just go for like an hour and a half?
I'm down to clown, baby.
I think we should go a little longer.
I'm gonna take
Yeah,
my
yeah.
live. I love everyone who's tuned in. I'm gonna turn my live off, and then we can keep going if you want.
Yeah, we can take a
If
quick
you
break,
want to
even.
hear it further, you gotta tune in to the whole episode later.
Should we just take a quick break and take a pee break?
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it. Let's
I love
go.
it.
Little
Teamwork.
refresh.
All right, we'll
yeah.
be right back. Okay, there we are. Let me give it a
back.
little. Yo, we're back.
And we back.
And we back.
Brought to you by Haze, GetHaze.com.
Get hazed.
Yes, sir.
You know what's great about haze? If you take one of those gummies and you throw it in your drink and you give it about 15 minutes, give it a little stir, you got a very nice THC drink.
Yes, sir.
I'm actually obsessed with them recently. I think once we get to the desert, my goal is to do some content around these drinks and maybe test the limits, if you will.
Sure. Yes.
You know,
Get a little
maybe
wily out here.
Test the limits. you know?
Terrence McKenna your way into
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
to the
The
Joshua
full,
tree.
we need all 8 grams.
Yes. Let's go. This is hella product right here. It's
So who's
dope.
got a good story to tell? Let's wrap up with a couple good stories.
What's the vibe?
Someone tell me something that happened to them that really inspired them. You know, is that lame? Maybe it is. All right.
No,
fine.
no, it's
No,
always-
wait,
We
no.
all just started.
It's always
thinking.
time to
We're
talk
all
about that.
All right. All right. So the word inspired, I will say, comes from the Latin word inspire, and it means to be.
Tingle the balls. No, I'm just kidding.
And that's the effect. No, it's really to breathe into or to be breathed into.
Yes.
And I love that the imagery. I love words in general. When you go back to the root and you're inspired by something,
Right.
And to be breathed into. So what is breathing into your passion right now? That's kind of the way I've been thinking about this lately, and it's very fun.
Yeah, I think it's really different probably for everybody too, you know? It's just how do you apply these things to your life and like get value.
I can tell you, no one back home is gonna believe me what I've experienced this week so far. So
Yeah?
there's that. Well,
And
Because
what
you're on a
regard-
different level. That's
well,
why.
yes, that's a whole different
We
world,
on a new
life,
level.
and
New level
even when
We
Max
all
used
the
to work
way
with
up.
us back in Seattle, like no
No-
one
no
would believe
ceilings.
him, like basically this, even like.
Still
last-
happens, Memo. Still
Even last night,
they
for
don't
example,
believe
I'm
me.
trying to explain to my cousin like where I'm at the moment, and it's just wild to explain when I'm writing the text. It's like it's just wild. I hope she believes me, like
Snap a video or a picture.
We
That's-
living on our
Hey.
dreams.
because we're creating,
well,
right?
Just
We're
like I told Max,
documenting.
I really don't care if anybody believes me. I'm here. I'm the one experiencing it, so that's all I care about. Like so.
That's all
Well,
that
yeah,
matters.
and then it's like the value that creates. It's all the thing is like it's all a ripple in time too. It's like these small things that you don't think matter. Like 10 years from now, like your whole life is shifted in like a new direction because of certain experiences. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what I'm trying to do is like drop some shit into a bucket. You know what I mean? Let's create some ripples and see what happens.
Trying to make
you know?
some gigantic waves and pools. That's what
Yeah,
we're
I
doing.
don't know.
Ride those waves.
I'm kind of. It's weird. Like as I approach, like 40, how time works. Like, and then I'm really into Terrence McKenna and the whole novelty theory and how time is speeding up and we're heading to the object at the end of time.
Which is just relative,
Which is
Yeah.
death.
No, I don't think so.
the end.
It's probably
Yeah.
AI.
We become robots like Chappie.
Yes, that is our true calling.
Oh my
Well,
God.
once you're a super intelligence like that, and time doesn't matter because you're in a computer.
Oh my God, guys! Speaking of AI and robots, like for the first time, I saw my first self-delivery little Wally robot like
Oh,
on the
shit.
streets, and
Yeah.
first like self-driving car on the road.
I saw
Let's go.
I saw 3 more today
Like
Really? Here?
on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
there was-
go.
They've been
3
here for a
more.
while.
no, yes, and I get that they've been out for a while and everything. I
The
just never
bots.
seen it with my own eyes.
I know.
Wow.
Well, I
It's
saw a
live
black
everywhere.
Tesla today, a black Tesla Cybertruck, and I was like,
Oh, it's on.
man, I think they're cool.
I saw that same one. It was all blacked out, and then it had like this red trimmed
Yeah,
light
yeah,
all
yeah,
around.
yeah.
It looked like Satan.
getting
drives that
smarter.
Tesla. It was cool.
I like it.
Like-
I like Matt Black. It's the New Yorker in me.
I agree with that.
I used to only wear black, to be honest. It took me
me too.
took
yeah.
me moving into the country for a while to like start wearing colors again.
Right. Maybe there's something more to this whole wardrobe thing.
Yeah,
Black.
now I really like green, which is funny.
Green's a
I'm
great
with you
color.
on the green though. Big fan of it. I feel like my pants set the tone a lot of times.
Yeah?
I wear specific pants because they're comfortable and I feel myself in them, and then the rest of the fit kind of fits around that.
Okay, I got a question for the group.
Mm.
Your answer will dictate our entire relationship together.
No pressure.
No pressure. Okay. This is really serious. All right, everyone, is teal, blue, or green majority?
I would say green.
Okay.
I think if it goes towards
can't
blue
even
too
think of
much, then
teal.
it's not.
That's
Okay.
the question. I was not expecting that at all.
Teal is like this.
That's the question. All right. We've all been thinking it, and I'm just gonna say it. Okay.
It really depends on the shade of teal you're talking about.
Well, in your
Life
mind,
is a
there's no
spectrum.
right answer here. I just want to hear what your gut reaction is. Teal a blue color or a green color? I just want to know. I'm not going to influence it at all. I just want to. You said green.
I'm gonna say green.
I didn't
What do you guys
even,
think?
I didn't even know what teal was until just.
Are
right now.
you thinking Are you thinking pastel?
Nope, I'm saying teal. Team teal. I love teal.
I'd like to see
But-
a picture, so we're looking at the same thing.
All right,
But
all right.
but-
I don't have my phone on me because we're not live anymore. But
yeah, I got.
someone
We
pull
are,
up a teal photo.
just so you know, we are live right there. Though.
Oh, that's how
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot.
right.
Yes,
What's up, guys?
okay, hello. Hello.
Shout out to anybody who
Mama,
listens
mama.
to this.
I'm just gonna
Shout out
like,
to Genie.
Google.
Yeah, just look
teal.
up teal on Google. Is it a blue color or is it a
No,
green?
not, so look, there's teal, just so you guys get
Yep.
a reference.
So
all
you
right?
guys, you feel
Teal.
me? Is it a blue or a green?
Teal.
That's up-
Everybody.
That is like aqua to me.
Oh,
Is what?
You know.
Is that? What are you saying? Blue? You're bringing blue to the
It's
table?
like when I see those type of colors, I think of like the
It's like the
ocean in the
combo.
Caribbean. So I'm like aqua or like whatever that thing is.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great
You know?
answer.
We call it turquoise.
There you go, turquoise.
Okay.
Sorry for not using big words in English. Like, that's not my first language. It's
No,
What's that word in
Both
Spanish?
great answers.
turquoise, like turquesa.
Oh,
How much do those cost? No, I'm just kidding.
that's dope. I didn't know that. No, that was pressing, and I just wanted to see what everyone thought.
Oh, I would say, because my opinion is really important on this.
Yes.
I would say that it's in the middle. The point of teal is to like mix the two together.
Yeah, to like just make
If-
you have a stroke.
If it's more one or the other, it's
It
you
wouldn't
know,
be.
It's
Ooh,
a
that-
different
it would be
thing.
one or the other
That
if
thing
it
is
was any
spicy.
more.
But it's its own word. It's its own thing, and there's infinite variations of that.
Yep.
Color and light are so fantastic. I took a test. There's this test you can take online, where it shows you different shades of all these colors, and you count them. You count
Yep.
the lines, and then however many shades you see, it says you can see this many colors. You're sensitive
Guys,
to this.
I'm gonna go live on mine. Fuck it.
What's that?
I'm gonna go live on mine right now.
Wanna put
On your
okay?
phone?
Keep talking.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
Well, I'm not afraid, so
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
What's that?
He went from like nobody's gonna see this to like I'm gonna post it on main.
Let's go. I inspired him.
I thought I plugged it in. Never mind.
That's right here. What are you doing? That all the hype for nothing.
He has no battery.
Never mind. I'm on 4%.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
that's
right,
unfortunate.
Right.
I thought about it during the break, and then I still didn't plug my phone in.
That's
all right.
self-sabotage right
So
there.
part of that inspiration wave might be practical things like charge.
We'll
your
go-
batteries.
we'll go live
Don't
for the-
leave your chargers at Airbnbs, things like that.
We'll go live for the pool cast.
Yes. I'm excited about that location.
Oh, the
that was
pool
the first.
cast. Is that
thought
tomorrow
I
night?
had.
I think we should do that tomorrow night.
I like that idea.
It's worth the setup, 100%.
It'll be fun.
Yep.
We'll
I'm here
we'll
for
put
that.
the heaters out there. We'll have fun.
We got some
I have the
blankets over there
perfect
rolled
outfit.
out.
I have an idea. Maybe we should talk about it on the podcast too. Because
Tomorrow
you
night?
brought up about maybe doing a music video.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about it.
I'm gonna be shooting.
Do you have a new
Footage.
single or something? What are you working
Yeah.
on?
He said
Well,
like earlier, like
I
in
have
the podcast.
I have a few. I'm working on a few new singles,
Yeah,
and
memo. A few.
one of them, yeah, multiple. All right,
He's just trying to be nice to you.
I'm out here.
Like-
Okay, first of all, Memo, I'm out here. Okay.
we out here. We be.
Yeah, I just put out a new single.
Hey, don't talk to your elders like that.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay.
Well, he's not my
Okay.
elder. I'm actually
Okay.
his elder.
No, I.
That's
yeah,
why-
yeah, exactly.
that was
exactly.
the
He's talking
joke.
shit to me.
Oh, I thought you were
yeah.
saying that to
No, he was
me.
giving
No,
shit.
no, I was talking to him.
Well, you
I'm
look
the
me
baby
directly
of
in
the
the eye.
group. I
we're on a
wear it with
podcast.
pride. But no, I put out a couple new singles. I have another one on deck that I'm going to be shooting a lot of footage for while we're here. And because we, leading up to this trip, which I'm just so glad we've manifested, and it's like we're all here. It's still a trip to me that we all get to like be here,
Party just started.
Absolute fucking right.
We
Like-
we got you here, and I was like, "Sit down, we're doing a podcast," and then I'm jumping in the
I
pool.
just got here. I literally just walked in, saw the house, and Max was like, "All right, let's strap in. We're gonna lock in right now."
We gotta go.
And I was like, "Yep, that's what."
Volume negates.
Because what are we
luck.
doing? What are we doing? That's why we're here.
That's my
Let's make some
slogan
art.
this week. Sorry, I'm
But,
talking over you. There, let's keep going. So, what?
Well, I last time
Great podcasting here.
last time we were all together, I played you my newest single. I feel like making dreams come true by Miles Boulevard,
Fuck yeah.
and you're like, dude, this sounds like California.
Yeah.
Like this sounds it's up tempo, very soulful.
Can we play it for the people somehow?
Yeah,
I don't.
Right
probably need a
here,
chord.
right in the broadcast, right now we're gonna play it, and then we're gonna come back. Ready? We're gonna come back. One, right.
And we're
Now,
back. And we're
nice,
back.
and
Yeah.
we're back. Nice, yeah. That's I feel like making dreams come true.
If for some reason I didn't figure out how to slide it in there, it'll be at the end of this video.
Yeah, let's go. Nice. That was pretty smooth though. I feel like we nailed that.
I'm just
That was-
kidding.
That was nice. That was nice.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah,
magic
it's in
of
there.
editing.
But
It's in there.
when I played it for you guys last time at your house,
Well, I want to hear it again. How can I hear it again?
Isn't
Well,
the
we
isn't the
just played
speaker
it.
on though? Isn't the
We should
speaker
play it.
on?
We should play it
Like,
after
whoever's
that.
connected to the speaker can just play it.
yeah, we should play it and then see if
4%
like,
phone.
You were the one who had threw out.
4% is not enough for like
idea
a
of,
one
let's
song.
shoot
Can
a
you play
video.
it? Can you play it? Can you play it on
I can
the
play it.
laptop?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Or
on-
just
it's
put
it on right
out
now.
on
Is it on
every
Spotify?
streaming
The
platform.
people can watch it. They've never
on
heard
everything.
it. They've never heard it.
Yeah, you guys have never heard it. It's
So-
on everything. Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit.
Yo, jump on that laptop over there and we'll play. Here, hold on one second.
Can
Let's
we,
go.
Can we attach
Memo
that?
and Sam talk.
Yeah, you
All
guys
right.
hold it down. Hold the fort down. We got.
It's right here too.
I literally have it right here in my hand.
My laptop's connected to the speaker right there.
Okay, well he's gonna play. On the
What if
speaker,
you
though.
play the speaker? and we just,
want to play it like super
oh, perfect.
Do you want to hear on the speaker?
Yeah, this suffices. Don't even lie to me, dude.
It sounds sick.
It feels like
Yeah.
California.
It kind of feels
It
like
definitely feels like All right. The people got it.
All right.
Go
all
check
right,
it
you
out.
got a vibe, you
Spotify,
got a vibe.
anywhere
sir.
you can stream. Get it.
But I think well regardless we're gonna be having fun. We're gonna be making a lot of art this weekend, and I'm gonna be filming the entire time with my new cute little camera I got. And but you were throwing out the idea because you want to make a music video soon,
Well,
right?
I thought it would be fun to kind of talk about it a little bit, and then maybe come up with an idea, and then execute it, and the people can like
I have
hear the
that
story.
I have that song, and I
Yeah,
have a new
behind the
one that you haven't
scenes
heard yet.
thought of the creative process.
You guys haven't
it's-
heard
and
my newest song yet,
where the idea, where this actually where it comes from,
Right.
Well,
because
Is it
you
released
said
now?
you
that one is,
But the one you were about to say though.
it's not.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have
Sorry, babe
options
life.
here. We have options. I have some good shit on deck, baby.
What is
Yeah,
it?
Well,
I have a
yeah.
new song you guys haven't even heard yet.
yeah, I'm excited.
It's called Eyes for Medusa.
If you
Ooh,
wanted to do something at night, we could 100%.
I think
do it.
Eyes for Medusa would be at night. I feel like making dreams come true would be during the day because it feels very bright to me as a song.
Does it? Well, we could do that.
The one we just heard.
yes.
The
Yeah.
problem with that is we'd have to film either tomorrow morning or the next.
Either one, and I feel like because you're gonna be very busy.
That's
We-
why it'd have to be early morning.
I think honestly, I want to film. I think that's one of the things I want to focus on while we're here. Is like, I'm used to being in front of the camera. I really want to just get behind the camera, and because I feel like I have a good eye, but I've never had the opportunity to.
Well, I like the idea of you how you were saying you were gonna kind of self-film something,
Yeah,
which I thought was dope.
And I feel like that's
if,
like
if I
the
could,
You brought your camera.
which if you
Yeah.
wanted to
the
do
most
something that was
adorable
like,
little camera.
it's over there. Yeah, fuck. Oh no, hey, oh
It's
actually,
in his pocket.
oh no, these are.
Oh man, they're about the same size as that. Oh.
Honestly, it's about the same size as these headphones.
Wild.
Yeah, and I feel like I have a good eye, and I just want to get behind the camera and film something dope
yeah, I think that's dope. I think we should collaborate.
and honest. We should
Because
okay.
we could, if your plan was to do a bunch of really cool kind of retro footage with that
Yep,
little cam,
that's the
and then
plan.
you just need some key footage from me. That's easy to kind of work
That's
out.
exactly it.
Or it's just pick a different song.
Okay, let's
and
get
then-
on to brass tacks
and then
here.
let me do whatever the fuck I want to do.
We should we should collaborate on it because I have some friends. You know Chance at the Firehouse.
No,
You never met Chance?
no.
Chance is a beautiful human being, and Chance actually went to school for video editing for filmography.
Did he?
And
Filmography?
I don't
Is that
fucking
what
know.
it
I'm
is?
lit, bro. I'm lit. And
The motion pictures.
yeah, thank you.
Just for those moving photographs. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yo,
Okay.
shout out his handle.
But no, we should all collaborate, and I have some
Wait, why did you tell us about him?
because he knows how to edit videos very well.
Oh, okay. So you got it.
And so yes, and But what you were saying is we could all collab, throw things into the ed. But anyway, I got a question for the group again.
Okay, let's go.
This is important.
Spit it.
Memo, this is important. Okay.
Questions by Miles.
Whose one is that? Is that mine?
That was me.
Good.
Oh, Theo Beasley. Shout out to Theo.
Oh, Theo on the line. Oh, what a genuine soul. Anyway, here's mine. I thought it was over
Jesus
there.
Christ, guys.
You got it. There it
I'm
is.
so tired.
What's the question?
I think the worst airtime on a podcast is someone checking their phone, probably.
Yeah, truly. Okay, there's one night while we're here, around this time, maybe not tonight. It could be tonight.
Well, then it's happening. then right now.
It could
I
be
wish you
tonight.
guys could have saw his face.
would be down. Are we gonna hit the town?
No,
Oh, not tonight. Get out of here.
Okay, fine.
I will not because I have someone coming at 8 a.m.
But I'm saying the question to the crew is one
I think
night-
that's what the universe was telling to tell you. You need to just focus on this trip. It's not about the town.
Oh, it's about the experience, bro.
It's about the
Connections.
Yeah, and
And
also
just
like
by
making.
connections I mean people.
Yeah, and also
The town will be there. Ride the waves
plug
of
in and let's
inspiration.
make some. Like Like,
Oh, absolutely. What are we
the
doing
town.
right now?
The town will be out there. Don't worry about the town.
Okay, so that's a no.
The
That's what
town-
I'm getting. That's a no. That's a no is what I'm hearing from the crew.
I'm
Okay.
undecided.
That's fine.
Undecided.
There's no right answer there.
Miles.
I was taking temperatures. You know.
Miles, there will
What's
be
up?
plenty of other people that are going to be down. Sam knows of some big party to go to.
Listen, shout out to Ray, first of all, who got me here tonight because she is a sweet darling, and that's all I want to say.
Sweet, sweet angel baby.
Yes.
Shout out
I
Ari
don't
Maddie.
need to hit the town, but I feel like we are the town. I feel like we are the town.
I like that. We are where we need to
We
be.
have a party right here.
I think it's. I mean, I get it from your guys' perspective of like you're hyped here in LA.
Hey, man.
Oh,
For me,
absolutely. I
he's
feel
a
like a kid in a
youngster.
Right now,
candy
we're-
shop right now.
He's
we're
a
in a-
youngster.
Okay, Memo.
We're in a-
Okay, relax. Okay.
We're in a multi-million-dollar house for a few days in Laurel Canyon.
Yeah, talk that
There's
shit.
no way in hell I'm going to West Hollywood or Hollywood.
Talk
I'm
that
staying
shit.
right here.
Yeah, we're ordering it the entire time.
You want me? Come get it.
Yes. The pool is heated.
Anyways, yeah, the pool is here. Should we go dive in?
I think that's a good plan.
I think
Jump
it's
in the
time.
I'm here for it.
Sorry we took a break, guys. We really only came back for like 10, 15 minutes.
I'm not
but
sorry.
This is number 2. Dose, right?
Yes, número dos.
Numero dos.
Número
Duh.
dos.
Dose.
Mañana
How
tarde
many
tercero.
languages can we say? 2.
Duh. Two?
Duh.
Deux?
Duh.
I don't know how they say
Trois.
it in French.
Un,
It's
deux,
like
deux.
Un, deux,
deux.
deux.
All right, listen.
Un, deux, trois.
And
Something
then,
like that. I don't know.
Never mind.
Anyways, you guys, thank you so much if you tuned in. I love you guys.
Greek is beta.
Anybody else want to plug anything?
Beta.
I'm going to be starting a new Patreon. I'm not sure what it is. If you're listening to this in the future, then
Podcast
subscribe to my Patreon.
Still doesn't have
If
a
not,
title.
go to gethaze.com and
Get hazed.
also follow me on Instagram, Angles by M, Flow State Farm, Brooklyn EC.
Those will probably.
The list continues.
You'll probably yeah.
More to
Just
come soon in
decide if you
2025.
Tagging it on.
It's like
You
more
know,
coming soon.
You gotta diversify.
To be continued.
Yo, bonds.
Diversify.
Don't you have one coming up in 2025?
We gotta get a
I'm
name.
trying to start something for this podcast, but we're not. We haven't named. We're not
We're
naming.
working-
it.
we're
We're
working.
gonna name it
Work in
on the
progress.
10th episode. Stay tuned.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
We'll do 8 episodes tomorrow.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Miles, what do you got to plug? We'll go your way.
We
This
referenced
is a replug.
referenced earlier, but we're gonna make a video. I feel like making dreams come true by Miles Boulevard. That's Miles with an I, BLVD, baby, on every streaming platform.
We'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, let's do it. And I hope you have a great night. We're in LA. I'm excited. It's the first night here.
Fuck yeah.
And thank you for having me, baby.
Thank you guys for coming. I mean, this shit would not happen without y'all.
Absolutely. It's fun.
You're welcome from the executive producer, Samuel James.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Here for you.
My
Love you.
chariot picked me up. I was stranded.
Oh man, I was so worried for a moment.
Honestly, I wasn't raised such a homie. She's so cool.
Okay. I just wanted to make that happen for you. That's all. I didn't know, but now I know.
I was worried for you. We made it happen. though.
Yeah, it was dire.
Then they're like, yeah, so he found a girl. She's driving him. I'm like, what the
I
fuck?
sat next to her on the plane. She's
I lived,
such a
here,
homie.
I lived here for 4 years. I took 55 flights in 1 year, and that never happened to me.
Dude, she literally was like, I got you, bro. I
You know,
got
that's
you.
that's just God looking out.
Yo,
He's
raise the
got
homie.
you.
She's darling. She's
That
sweet
was just
baby.
God telling him, you know what? You should have been here. You have to be here.
Exactly.
He opened that door for you.
Just
Exactly.
stay focused.
you know,
I feel
let me
anointed.
sweeten the deal by adding, you know.
Yep. I shouldn't even. The door was closed, guys. The door was closed to
Now
the
it's
fucking
open.
flight.
Now it's open. Maybe that's the name of the podcast.
Now it's open.
Now it's
Productions.
open. Now it's open.
Wide
Production.
Let's go.
That could be. Anyway.
Let's go.
I love you guys. It's great to be here. It's great to see
Until
you.
next
That's
time.
that's a N.
Wait, how do we
N-I-O,
end
you
with monster voices?
So,
know? Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Come on, Memo.
All right. Count
Memo,
down.
wait,
All right,
guys, we're gonna
give
stay
me a
on.
second, give
We're
me a
gonna see if Memo learned some things in the last few days. Because
There we go.
he's. Can you do it to Miles first or no?
oh, that's it. 1, 2, 3. I'm out.
Wait a second. Let's see what happens. In the meantime, everybody, please check out my website, brooklynec.com. And let's see.
You know
Miles,
what?
can you end on a
You-
rap? Can
you
you
know what's
start with
funny?
a rap? Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just start with a rap.
Hold on, real quick on your thing about your devil voice thingy monster. Funny enough, his mic is the only one I haven't set up for that.
Oh, really? Can we
Let's
trade?
go.
Here,
You
take
got-
my
you
mic.
got
Take
mine,
my
you
mic.
got mine too.
Switch
Me?
mics.
Okay,
Switch
okay.
mics. You're 4 now.
A rap?
Number 4. Yep.
Let's go. Oh, I sound way different on this mic.
Only to you. You sound the same to me.
It's because it's like the volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, it's Miles B, baby. Going off the top of the dome. My shit be knocking like there's nobody home. Let's go.
Yo, give us the flow, dude. Come on.
No,
You got something, dude.
you take it. I'm going.
All right.
You gotta
That's it?
pay me. You gotta pay me for that shit.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Good night.
Okay. We out.